Hey guys, how's it going?
Good evening, afternoon, morning, the next day already. So many time zones, so many variants of when and where it is. Hi, Stuart. How you feeling?
Not too bad.
A bit
Had a
tired.
I am, and I've had a very kind of down kind of day.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I've not been on top of my game today, and which is funny because I had some good emails, but I mean, they're kind of keeping me up. But it's one of those
mm,
days.
yeah,
But it's exciting. Black Friday's tomorrow. While there's been Black Friday deals, I'm hoping maybe there'll be something I can snag that's absolutely like the day snazzy.
awesome,
So I'm eagerly
awesome.
awaiting that. Well, lovely bit of chat before we got going. Um, that's cool. And tomorrow. We're doing a look at the Picard uniform from the new comic, which we know just came out. It's one of the little bits. So I want to save some of the little bits. Maybe do a more full review if we do our drunk Saturday. Because I want to talk about Picard in general, and that's obviously actually something new. Um,
hmm
Although the idea of it being canon and even of the comic artists being that level of the visual continuity of comics is so low given the last couple of weeks of us doing videos. Stuart, we know now the standard is very low even
Yeah,
from this year, so I wouldn't take much in there as necessarily visual canon because they don't have those same strenuous. It's weird, Stuart. It's really weird.
it is indeed. Yes.
Confuses the issue because a few interesting reveals in that. I'm sure about later. But yes, we're
hmm
already
hmm
mentioning it. So yes, it's new. We'll talk about it, but we have our own scheduled content. So yeah.
That's right. So yeah, and today we're talking about the Royale,
Mm.
one of the kind of bad but it's good episodes of Star Trek TNG.
Oh,
Um,
well then, why do people not like it? Like it's
I
fun
don't know.
because there's we obviously get a sense of what the next one is based on the chat. Sometimes it's like, yeah, can't wait for the next one, or oh, I hate that one. And a couple last season, people said, oh, it's gonna be amazing, and I watched it. And I was like, this is okay. And some people hated it, and I'm just like, this is really above where I thought. And when this one got such negative feedback, I was like, oh, is that what people think? Because this has always been one of the ones I've sort of stood out to me as oh yeah, that one. So I'm intrigued to hear what you think, Stuart, what everyone else thinks, and hopefully we'll up some review scores by the end of it that we would have started with from the people in the chat.
Yeah, and Paul B says, "We forgive you if you want to just skip this to the next episode." No, we can't do that. We did the child. We did, you know.
This is so much better than that. I mean, this is like genius next to that. This is actually entertaining watch.
Again, this one though feels very TOS.
Yeah.
It could definitely be a TOS episode.
If they didn't skip Code of Honor, they can't skip this. This is much better than
That's true
Code of Honor.
enough.
I mean, this is Code of Honor is not great. This is much better. I don't. Again, how do you even? I don't even know why you have them on the same pedestal. Weird. Weird.
$100 PayPal, and we will skip this episode," says Jeff. See,
Oh,
got our mods working for us.
that's interesting. Oh, was that real offer or not? Because I'd have to take that.
Almost prefer a $200 PayPal or a super chat as opposed to a PayPal at this point.
Well, yeah, different budget. So I guess what we're saying is, if you really want us to skip it, super chat now. And if we get $150, when we hit $150 of super chats, we will actually just stop the review.
Oh, I can't
They,
do that.
there you go. People have now decided that if you want to support the channel by supporting your lack of wanting of the channel, then there you go. The dice has been thrown. Let's see who can fix it. 150.
And Dan23 said he sent an email about the ship from the Picard prequel comic. Well, I read that today. Don't worry, we're well aware. So thank you. Total random reviews. That puts in $5 Canadian.
Thank you.
Plaid Man here. This is a great episode. One of my childhood favorites for some reason. LOL. By the way,
Yeah.
guys, it is Plaid Man, or Andrew, as his real name is. It's his birthday today, so everyone
Oh.
wish him a happy birthday. And he is my helm officer on
Yeah.
Bridge Crew, like 85% of the time. So he was a fantastic helms officer. So thank you very much, Plaid Man. And happy birthday to you,
Happy
sir.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, helmsman, man, person. Happy birthday to you.
Yes. Lookout Tower Radio puts in £2. Classic Star Trek TNG episode.
Now, that's a fun thing. I feel like now we have to have the super chat battle of how many super chats with we hate it versus we love it. Because the people who love it might be like, F you, we're not going to get them this little super chat just because we love it so much. Okay, I'm gonna start sharing. You do the spiel.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you in a minute.
Well, guys, there you go. I've been ordered by the commander to do my thing. I am tired and I am super depressed today, just so you're aware. So I'm not feeling like doing this, but it's kind of something we have to do. So anyway, PayPal is a great way to help us out. You can do so by sending all the relative information is down in the description below, or I'm going to say Snapchat. Super chats is a great way as well. You can get your voice heard, your question answered, whatever, by doing that, and it helps support the channel. Or head on over to Patreon. We got some new Patreon perks coming up for January. We had a few new members sign up now, and we want to kind of bump that Patreon up because that's really a great monthly service that helps us immensely. So if you guys can do Patreon, even if it's $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, it might not be a lot for you, but it means a lot for us in the long run. So if you guys can do that, please go ahead and use the links down below to go to Patreon, or head on over to Trekyards.com and click the donate button. That's another way of sending us a great PayPal donation. And if you do send PayPal during this live, make sure that you mention it in the chat so that we can take a look at it and read your question or comment on air and get your voice out there as well. It's another great way. So hopefully, but it can only get better because I'm here with you guys, and usually this cheers me up. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah. The Hotel Royale, kind of a guilty pleasure episode for me. I do enjoy it. It is a very good standalone episode, and I guess it's classic Trek. Like I said, it could be definitely a TOS episode. Just replace the hotel with a 1960s hotel and whatever. I think you could definitely pull it off with a TOS cast. Some TNG episodes, because they're so nuanced and such an ensemble cast compared to TOS. Some TNG episodes just wouldn't work as TOS episodes. This, however, would. It's the Royale, not hotel. That's what I said. The Royale is a hotel/casino. So, and it's Royale with an E, Dan. Trekyards makes me want to break out the DVDs and watch that episode of Data Gambling is great. Yes, he's good in this episode for sure. For some reason, the stream never started for me until I backed out. Weird. Oh, yeah, sometimes you got to refresh. But we've only been here for 8 minutes, so you haven't missed much, if anything. Oh my God, it's back. Number one special, put in $2.
Thank you.
Which method of payment helps most? It depends, because super chats are kind of, well, first of all, YouTube takes 30% right off the top of any super chat, which is kind of a pisser. But that also goes into our monthly AdSense thing from YouTube. So, and we use the different. It goes towards different things, because PayPal is actually used for trips and like kit and stuff like that, things we need. Whereas the super chats and Google AdSense is basically our living expenses.
Yeah, I kind of say that super chats on YouTube is our salary and PayPal is our budget.
Yeah.
You need both, but currently we need the super chats more, even though we lose more. Yeah, it's weird. Both.
So they both help.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's why each one was appreciated. So, Stuart, then, what is your overall general review of this episode of Star Trek Next Generation?
Before I get into that, we'll read Jeff Jacobs' super chat here. He puts in $5.69 and says, "I would buy you a beer and give you a hug, but those damn 1,000 miles." So here is $5.69, and I hope that helps. That's an interesting number. I do like the 69 at the end. But
Nice.
yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. You're always awesome. But yeah, what do you think,
All
Stuart? General review. And did you think any different watching this version when making notes and screen caps and stuff?
No. It felt very good Star Trek to me when I was taking the notes. Just because it is a great standalone episode, and it's one of those ones that you could definitely pull off with a TOS cast, as I was kind of saying while you were gone. Most of the TNG episodes you can't because it's such an ensemble cast, really, and TOS really isn't an ensemble cast. It's the trifecta. This would be perfect for a TOS episode. So it has a very Star Trek vibe to it, and I really like that. So I really enjoy this one. It's not going to be on my top list of top like 20 episodes or anything like that.
But most can't be by definition.
Exactly. But this is a guilty pleasure episode that if it's on, I like watching. There's some fun moments in it, especially with Data, and just even Picard, the way he reacts to things in this episode is great. There's a lot of really good moments, Star Trek moments, TNG moments that are pulled out of this episode that I really appreciate. So yeah, it's fun.
I've always enjoyed this one for sure. It's certainly one of the more memorable ones. I mean, just the premise of it is memorable, I think, and the execution I think is quite memorable. It is kind of it's a period piece without being a period piece. It's a holodeck without being a holodeck, and it's an alien facade without being a full alien facade because there's no actual aliens in the episode. So it's an interesting like unique variant of all those big themes by not quite actually doing any of them, which is interesting. And you said about it being a TOS episode, and also your video is frozen. Oh no, you're back. Well, there you go. I don't know if it could exactly be a TOS one because Spock wouldn't fix the dice, and Worf isn't anybody on the crew.
No,
and it'd be Kirk down below, which means Riker would be different, and then there wouldn't be someone none of the roles would work. You'd have to change the dynamic. You'd have to change all of the internal stuff to make those two tiers work.
It'd be very, very easily shuffleable.
Well,
Spock would be up on the ship. Okay. Kirk would be down on the planet with Scotty. Scotty would be the gambler.
Okay. Just good at gambling then. Just legitimately good at gambling.
Well, I mean, he's yeah. I don't know. I'd if you give me time, I could actually write it as a TOS episode if you really wanted. But I think
it's a bit too TNG like cast based. Like you couldn't just replace them. You'd have to rewrite it. Thematically, yes, but I think they do a good job making it unique to itself. But it definitely has a TOS vibe because it feels like that period piece set. But I guarantee they actually made this as a set, so they could. Because I was wondering, is it a real casino? Is it no? They built a set 'cause it's cheaper because they have full control of the filming of it, the times to use it, all that stuff. Because as soon as you sort of after it's a casino, you're like, oh, it's a cheap looking casino. You know what I mean? It's quite bare bones.
That's part of the premise, though, right? It's based on a novel. The aliens don't really know. So,
Jaws sent a PayPal.
We got 2 PayPals. That's what I was going to say for the last minute. One was from Lizzie Smith. Says, "Hey, it's payday tomorrow. Have the spare change from my PayPal to start off your live.
You get the job.
Thank
well done.
You very much. Yes, congrats on the new job.
Wonderful.
Let's see here, and the other one is from Jarzia. Here's a $5 to help out. Gonna do PayPal from now on because the more dickish YouTube gets, the less I feel like giving them money."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having problems with them too. It's tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah, but thank you guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, every single $1 we always say makes a big difference. And I say this view I actually liked it more because I noticed some of the subtleties, especially Picard's performance. That I think if you're watching it, because we know the story, so I was able to focus on the performances more than just what's happening. There's no unfolding; it's just what's in the scene, and they keep cutting to Picard in the middle, and they don't play as that important in the sense of they're not the focus. But when you watch them again, there's actually lots of little bits that actually mount up to really nice like subplot of performance stuff, which actually they do good. They're not as, there's more than you think, so I appreciate that.
Yes.
Alrighty.
But let's get right into it. And the first screenshot I sent you, Samuel, I want you to take a look at that and look at the wrinkles in the Enterprise.
Yeah, I've seen that in a couple of things. I'm quite confused by that, honestly.
It looks like fabric or paper.
I mean, I don't know what that is meant to be. I think might some image distortion, because like that's not in the paint. You know what I mean? It can't be. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe when they did a color pass, they lit it wrongly and there's artifacting. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I just noticed it and thought I'd mention it.
Briefly.
But we start out, they are arriving at this planet because a Klingon ship recently went by and noted pieces of a strange vessel in the upper atmosphere of the planet. So Starfleet's coming in to take a look. And it's a good thing the Klingons didn't go down, because I would just imagine them dealing with this situation.
But wouldn't that have been kind of fun, actually, to go down and find like Klingons stuck as well? That could have been a nice element.
The Klingons are frustrated. They've killed everybody many times.
Yep.
And they're just like, get us out of here.
I am not a gambling man.
Yeah, that would have been funny, but you would have had a lot more, had to pay a lot more people.
Well, no, like you said, they killed everyone. So.
No, they killed all the. There would still be Klingons down there. They'd have to pay those actors.
I know, but I'm saying they kill all the extras, and they just use Klingons. I mean.
Yeah, but the extras would keep coming back each day.
But I mean, you don't need them for like a day. Like you do one day shoot with everyone, and then you film all the "I've killed them" sequences. You do it cleverly. I like. There's a really interesting reference though. The Klingons found them, which implies this is like outside Federation space, in sort of like no man's space that anyone can. I mean, I know that we're at peace with them, but are Klingon ships just flying through Federation space? Like,
well, there's still
no problem.
We've only explored 90% of our galaxy, and their mission is to explore new space. So they're out expanding the Federation, I guess.
I just guess near Klingon space.
Where the Klingon was on its way back from a meeting with one at a Starfleet base, because they are allies. Who knows?
It was an interesting reference. It kind of felt as if maybe they're just, like it'd be kind of fun to see Klingon ships just passing in the night. It's like, oh yeah, hey ally, hey, are you claiming space? Yeah. Nah, it's shit. Nah, me either. We don't want it.
Yeah. But the planet's made up of nitrogen, methane, and liquid neon, with a surface temperature of minus 291 degrees Celsius and 312 meter per second winds, with essentially ammonia tornadoes. So it sounds like a very nice planet to vacation on.
Oh, Riser too. It's absolutely the other Riser. I love the little. They run out of story in this episode. So they have lots of little like tiny padding moments that are just nice character beats, and Geordi has a great nasty of him. Like it's just little extra line at the end of the scene. I love it.
And I love how it's a Class K Transjovian planet.
Jeez.
So that's very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a nice little reference. So then we go into Picard's ready room, and he's working on this 800-year-old math equation. It was amateur.
Hold on, Stuart. Nothing you're saying is coming through. Hold on, Stuart. You're absolutely gone.
Hello.
Wow. Sorry, guys. Stuart's internet, eh?
I'm back.
Do. Wait for this, Stuart. Stuart, do you want to call me
Why
back?
are you waiting? I'm back.
Do you want to call me back? Because you can't even.
No,
can't
you're
even
right
hit.
there.
I mean, you know what? As you can see, you're grainy. There we go. Sorry, guys. Can't help the internets.
just talk to the people. Don't worry about doing the Skype sound. I'll come
Well,
back. I was just about to hit the call button. So
I mean, someone's your back within like 1 second, so it's always a little bit redundant for me to like have a big chat because it's just like, oh, he's back. So it's,
not really, you just don't want to bore these guys. I don't know.
well, they're here to experience the reality of the conversation. But yes,
I'll
there's
ask them. What do you guys want? What would you prefer?
not to have technical problems. So yes, what's the scene about, Stuart?
Oh, Picard's working on this 800-year-old math equation done by a part-time mathematician that nobody can figure out, which is actually a real equation. But anyway, they decide they're going to beam the wreckage aboard for analysis because there's wreckage in orbit above one of the poles. And that's basically this quick scene. But I mean, this is a good character moment between the two.
And this is kind of the C plot, which does nothing, goes nowhere. But it's a nice, like, it's nicely Picard thinking about stuff outside of the story. It gives him more depth, you know? It's weirdly strong as a scene. You know?
Yeah. And Brian, I saw the email. I'll have to take a look at it later. I just saw it as we started this, so.
Lots of O'Brien. Again, he's in almost every episode, Mr. O'Brien.
I know. It's great.
I was not expecting that. But they beam it up.
Character.
Yeah, they beam it up, and they turn it, and the music swells. Da da da! A future NASA! Da da da! And it's very dramatic, and then we cut to credits and we're out of credits. I'm sure at the time this is more of a reveal. It feels kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whereas at the background thing was more like, oh my god! The present, sort of.
It's mid-21st century, so and nothing could have traveled out this far. So they assume at the end that it's probably the aliens that did it, but I have a feeling they never mentioned wormholes or anything. It could be some kind of anomaly as well, but that's never mentioned. I thought it was when I was watching this back again. I thought they were going to mention a wormhole, but they never did. So
I mean, the Enterprise D never goes too far, too far, and at maximum warp it doesn't take very long. So I'm assuming the aliens cryo sleeped them and then brought them here, kind of Amelia Earhart style, and they just warped them here to try and say, "Oops, well, we don't know where you live. We'll take you back to one of our colonies and we'll give you this room, and there you go. That'll make it all right."
Well, they also mentioned that the molecules in the metal have disintegrated or disintegrated like it was hit with a weapon from our time, which I thought was kind of strange. Total random reviews up. It's in $2 Canadian. Fun fact: Fermat's last theorem was recently solved. Oh, was it really?
Jeez,
I did not know that.
Well, Picard didn't either. So behind the times.
Yes.
But I thought the weapons comment was interesting. My assumption is that it was more of a hint of. It wasn't like it happened recently. It was more a case, which we know it didn't. It was a case of they were our advanced level then, which is why they're that advanced. You know? Yeah.
But they detect a large structure on the planet, a large building, sitting on a large section of frozen methane,
but
with breathable air.
Yes, like a bubble.
So we can whisk a very small away team.
And obviously you're wondering why is it some of the top people.
Well, because it's a Star Trek trope, that's why.
And also, it's, I want to pay the main actors. I don't know. In my original memory of this, I thought I was waiting for them to say, yeah, because they were, why don't you detect the building on the first scan? Because I wasn't there on our first scan, as if it sort of reappeared to facilitate humans being on the planet. But I guess it was just there the entire time, running the same events for 230 years after the guy died. I guess. I kind of thought it stopped and started, but I guess not.
It's hard to say. I don't know.